I thought about recording this in my own voice. Maybe next time. Gotcha.
Started saying some cultures are better than others, and it made my friends laugh a few times before they started saying it too, tongue-in-cheek jokes that no one really meant entirely. I heard the term while watching a streamer lose it and give up explaining their point of view politely. It was funny because from my point of view, it seemed true and I didn't understand why they didn't just say what they were thinking. I understood the point the streamer was making, but it hurt my head to wade through the unnecessary stuff. It may be an Aussie thing, down to earth, no fucks given, beautiful ignorance and oblivious to political correctness at times, but I didn't understand anyone trying to present their argument in a way that was so convoluted so as to not offend someone somewhere about something that it barely made sense anymore. Myself, and seemingly my fellow countrymen, are only just starting to see the absolute ridiculousness the world is beginning to expect regarding policing our own thoughts and delivery prior to speaking. Psychologists literally advise not overthinking that way. They tell clients to speak, not to post-mortem the conversation, or not to spend too long patching up the sentence before delivering it. If the other person doesn't like it, or is offended, then you have the option to apologize and take their point of view on board. Other than that, fuck 'em. Why? Because the sheer time and mental energy spent doing that isn't healthy. People stuck in abusive relationships tend to do that. Preempt the repercussion either by staying silent and avoiding speaking up altogether or accepting the situation, or sugarcoating their point of view so it doesn't seem harsh and hopefully not garner a slap to the face. You are in an abusive relationship with your big tech overlords. They punish people for having the balls to call something as they see it, unless they parrot narratives or agendas of certain groups in society or the government. Hearing word salads trying to explain what you really think is the chef's special right now and it's lunchtime. Ding ding. Bitches. Videos on YouTube or Rumble that talk about a horrific news story about honor killings, or female circumcisions for e.g., will usually have like-minded commenters below condemning the customs and saying it's not acceptable as a societal standard, but gone are the days when Susan, and other, lets you say exactly what you mean in the most simple, effective, time-saving way. She likes a big fat word salad that gets past the censor bot flying monkeys and is so convoluted that you have no idea WTF you've just read. Look lady, I don't want to take 10 lines explaining in the most non-confrontational or inoffensive way just in case someone somewhere might feel bad. That is my opinion that I grew myself, and I don't care if you don't like it. The big tech censorship we all suffer was one of the points that got me thinking, really? Really, is my culture better than these horror story sideshows other cultures partake in? I wake up to some unknown woman making the news for a TikTok she created showing her parts off, or for some other vacuous shit I don't care about but the establishment wants my attention on, so I'm not noticing important stuff. There are news caps of streamers or influencers who have been live while they kill someone, or crash a car or kamikaze while trying to be cool for strangers. It feels like our values have shifted enough that reality has become a bad C-grade movie you end up watching late at your friend's house on a sleepover where everyone fell asleep before you and now you just have the urge to draw a big, juicy cock on their foreheads. The fact there is a red squiggly line under the word influencer as I write this is part of what I mean. Language evolves, but it looks like we'll soon be at the stage where we're just making incoherent grunts at each other a la Idiocracy. I love language and words, by all means create new ones, but when you mispronounce something enough that it's generally now accepted to be an ignorant fuck due to the amount of people doing it. Like when people say regardless, or I could care less. Even alright. It's grammatically, in dictionaries, acceptable now. So good luck arguing about it with your Zoomer publisher. They are two separate words. Sorry not sorry, agent star never and will never say alright. All and right are two separate words. My other pet hate while watching indie crime channels on YouTube, he's went to the shops already. It's gone, you dolt. Went is not an adequate replacement for the word gone. I wouldn't care so much if they didn't broadcast to thousands of subscribers. I digress, and maybe that wasn't a great simile or example. But our culture ain't what it used to be, kid, and the erosion of it is coming from all directions at once, very quickly. There's far too much to gain for the establishment to STFU and let us live our lives. I find it difficult to be proud of a lot of the way our civilization exists at the moment. There are good things in life, But when I see people bullying others for their beliefs, for personal medical decisions, the propaganda machines goading the masses into opinions that don't make sense or better the lives of people. Others trying to gain fame by showing their tits on an app. Literally hating others for their political opinions, etc. It becomes very clear there is a real divide and conquer game going on. We, in the Western world, seem to have much in the way of supply, education, technology, opportunity, but what culture is turning into is something that doesn't seem worthy of all the history humans have already lived. Hear what the television adverts are actually selling you behind that cool aerial long shot of the luxury car driving on a beachside road. Think about why every news outlet writes a sensationalized headline with a badly written article below that is directly juxtaposed to the bold letters at the top. Involving children in things that are for adult. Passing laws to restrict movement of people in their speech. We have some sort of divisive joke of a culture going on right now, and it's decorated with absurd concepts and make-believe words. It's punctuated by rules and surveillance at every corner. It's made more confusing day by day, so people don't seem to know who they are or what they're supposed to do with their life and are sidetracked by outrage they think they're legitimately feeling. The controls are given to those ill-equipped or worse, deliberately malevolent and who know history enough to avoid repeating it. Or not. Maybe all cultures ruin themselves until they die out or start again in this part of the course. Maybe it's just human nature to end up being a piece of shit. You just choose whether you're sloppy, chunky or pebbled. TLDR, whatever culture this is right now, it's ugly, and it makes me feel sad. Sub because you act out lost arguments into the shower.
I've just realised that you're an author and can't even say the word duck. What the fucking hell's up with that?